You're watching Coast Life, and just a moment ago we told you we're going to play a quick little game with our friend Tom Seitz, the principal of Stephen Decatur High School. But first, Tom, we were talking and you mentioned something really great for Stephen Decatur. It was really difficult for teachers, principals, students during the pandemic, but Stephen Decatur really prevailed in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and Worcester County Public Schools in general.
Yeah.
Right now, we like to say the pandemic's in the rearview mirror, and I really feel it is. But there's been some gaps in learning that we've seen over the years. Kids missing all that time, not getting that one-on-one instruction or that face-to-face instruction. And we saw a lag and some real dips in our scores. Our AP scores, we saw them kind of go down after the pandemic when the kids returned, and as well as our state testing. But I'm so proud, and I know all of our teachers and our school leaders are proud of the fact that Worcester County Public Schools, we just recently got our MCAP, which is our state assessment for the state of Maryland, back recently in grades 3 through 8 English, grades 3 through 8 math, as well as the high school assessed areas of English and Algebra 1. We were either 1 or 2 in the entire state of Maryland. So really, honestly, Worcester County Public Schools is the highest functioning school system in the state. So we're proud of that. I'm proud of that as a principal of Stephen Decatur. We have a large population, so we really, we can carry the load in a lot of ways. So we're extremely proud. AP scores, same thing. When I got the results, I was so excited because so many teachers and students who'd come to me and say, I'm scoring a 2 or a 3, and teachers who've been teaching it for many years were frustrated after the pandemic because their scores, their AP scores were not what they were. And the results that just came in this past summer are telling me that they're coming back. So from an academic standpoint, I'm very excited to see that trend. So we're proud. I'm proud, a proud principal of Stephen Decatur High School, Worcester County Public Schools.
Wow, you should be.
That's incredible.
Yeah, definitely. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Are you still seeing some of those effects from the pandemic? Maybe students nervous to come back, or okay.
Anxiety, mental health. I mean, the mental health aspect is, it was increasing prior to the pandemic, but the pandemic really turned it into high gear, and we still have some mental health issues, some anxiety that we're addressing with kids. But I got a great staff. I got a great counseling staff. I have a school social worker. And they really work hard to make sure our kids have what they need. All our schools have that.
Good. Well, they're very lucky to have you.
Thank you.
That's great, of course. All right, you down to play a little game?
Let's do it.
Okay. All right, I have the questions here. Let's do some rapid fire questions. You want to start?
Okay, question number 1. What is your favorite cafeteria, school lunch, meal, or food?
We have chicken and waffles.
Oh,
it's
yum.
really good. That's probably my favorite.
I have never heard of a high school having that.
And the shrimp poppers are really good too.
Yes.
I'm getting lunch at Stephen Decatur.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that
We have to
sounds
plan
so
another
good.
trip.
Yes, definitely. All right, what would your students be most surprised to know about you?
I think the kids, a lot of them know me as the surfer type principal. I used to ride my skateboard in when I was the intermediate principal to greet the kids at the very first day at a kind of a pep rally that we had. So they kind of know me as that person. But I'm a big hunter too.
Oh.
And a lot of kids don't know that about me. I love deer hunting in the winter. That's another passion of mine.
Okay, that's interesting.
So cool.
Definitely. All right, you want to ask the next one?
What part of Stephen Decatur reminds you the most of a stereotypical high school movie?
I'm going to date myself, but when I was a younger kid, I loved Grease. And I loved the bonfires segment when they're getting ready for the football game. And I think about that growing up in a coaching family where my grandfather was the head coach of my football coach at my high school. I think about that segment. And I think about how our school comes together on Friday nights. It really does. And you've been to the games.
I've been to many
You've seen our
Decatur games.
our fan section, so our parents are fans. It reminds me of that.
That's a
incredible.
great answer. Oh, okay, Grease. I love that. All right, let's see here. What is a typical Saturday night like for a principal?
Okay. I think it kind of varies. I have 4 kids of my own, but I took my youngest, who I just gave him his diploma on stage in May, to college last week down to Florida. And so the Saturday nights now are going to be kind of different and nice. My wife and I might enjoy some dinners out. We'll see.
Okay, my parents just sent off their youngest to college, so they're doing the same thing as you.
What are the current high school trends that kind of baffle you?
There's some TikTok trends that sometimes the kids will come up with in these hand gestures, and we'll see them doing it in between classes by the concession stand where a lot of kids like to hang out. And I'm not sure exactly. We try and figure them out and try and understand them. Actually, TikTok's the one social media that I do like. I watch it quite a bit, but my algorithm doesn't seem to match up with the kids.
That's fair. That makes sense. So on this topic of trends, I'm going to ask you, do you know what bussin' means?
Bussin'?
And could you use it in a sentence?
No, I don't.
That is okay. If I were to say, if I was eating some food with
Some chicken and waffles.
some chicken and
from
waffles,
The
yes.
cafeteria.
And you hear kids say this chicken and waffles is bussin', it means it's really good.
It's really good.
It's
Okay.
delicious.
I was going to go with it when you think of slang. The big slang word I seem to hear a lot in school is bro.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I hear it all the time, you
Yeah.
know. Kids use it.
That's fair. That's a lot. I'm aging myself now, too, with how many have changed. It's getting a little confusing. All right, last question for you. You don't have to say who. Do principals tend to have a least favorite teacher or student?
Least favorite. I mean, honestly, even when I get upset and annoyed with someone, a student, a teacher, I love them all, and I find ways to make sure I connect
Yes.
and work with whoever it is. If you're having difficulty, a student-wise, a teacher, I mean, we all have lives and we all have baggage.
That's right.
And I try and help them work through it the best I can.
And I believe you, because I can tell how much you really love your staff and your students.
I do.
I really believe it.
I love them, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Well, I've loved talking to you. It really just comes across how much you care about your students. We're very lucky to have you here. And like we said earlier, your students are so lucky to have you this school year.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. And thank you guys for watching. We have a little bit more Coast Life heading your way, so stick around.